nonprofit organization of Bancroft. It's just, wait, where are we? It's down that way. It was, does anyone know how to take off the time? Never mind. It was made in 1964 when they bought 20 acres. 20 acres was donated by George and, well, it's not Clooney, I think it's Plumley. Did I always say it wrong? Why should I say it out loud? Okay, I'm going to go over what they are, where they are, when they were established, which I just did, and how and why you should volunteer. Why you should, why you want to. Alright. So it started out as 20 acres in 1964 and slowly grew and grew and grew. And then in 2003 they opened it up and it was going to be this big national park. Well, big public park. I took a few images from that, so you'll see these throughout the slide from the Toledo Botanical Gardens. They probably won't look as nice right now during this time just because summer is coming in, but it still looks pretty good. Alright, their mission statement is enriching life through gardens, the arts, and nature. So what they do is kind of they integrate the community into garden life as well as just educate people on what you can do with gardens and just little things like that. Like they have pioneering classes for children. So they're open basically throughout the daylight hours. In summer they have jazz festival or jazz in the garden, which you have to pay for, and that usually happens on Thursdays. But everything else is free. Like you can come there, walk around. If you want to get a tour, it's $5 per person. But basically they're a nonprofit organization. But the gift shop's only open from 10 a.m. to 5 every day. So one of the reasons I specifically picked this one was because I feel like plants make you happy. They make you feel good. So I did a little bit of research and I found a few studies that put plants around people. And when you're near a plant, they found that work life was better. You were more productive, you were better at what you did, it would just make you think clearer, stress was reduced. There was a study done by William Ulrich in 1991. Stress recovery derived from viewing vegetation apparently is manifested in a combination of beneficial effects. So it decreased your blood pressure, there was positive changes in the body, like your nervous system calmed down, you had better attention, better focus. They did a recent study that I didn't cite in here, I just heard it on the radio, about when you're in nature, it makes you focus more. Technology doesn't make you as frazzled, take your focus away. Right. There was another study done in Virginia by the Department of Horticulture, I can never get that right, in 1996 at Washington State University. So when they put plants in the lab or on the people, they noticed there was a 12% quicker reaction on the task, and they were less stressed than when there weren't plants in the room. So that just displays how people are positively impacted by plants around you. Right. Another aspect of volunteering, we all know Toledo's losing population. Just by the Census Bureau, it went down at least 3,000 people. And that's just 2012, but still, we keep losing people, people keep migrating out. But the Toledo Botanical Gardens is adding property value. It's making our community look better. It's making more people want to come. It's a tourist attraction as well. So volunteering there benefits both you and the community, making Toledo better. All right, there's this thing called approximate principle, which states the market value of properties located near a park have higher values. So if we start, it was done by the Texas A&M University in 2007, which is a few years ago, but still, this idea that properties near the park will increase the property value. And of course, that would make Toledo better. You have higher property values, people want to come here, live here, take better care of the community. In Tennessee in the 1980s, they had unemployment, crime, things like that happening, and lost my place, I'm sorry. Okay. They started creating parks, making more open spaces, and the property values started rising. According to the American another picture from one of the areas in the park. I try to incorporate it kind of like you're walking into the garden, so you get kind of a feel for it, like you're entering in it. So what do volunteers do? They work with the plants. You kind of learn about how to plant things, how to move things, how to take care of it. Basically property management, kind of like that. And how can it benefit you? Well, it reduces your stress, makes you feel good, you learn a new skill, as well as it benefiting the community and other people. And your resume boost doesn't help either. I mean, it doesn't hurt either. Okay, you can volunteer by calling them, and I have a phone number, not that any of you might write it down, but 419-536-5592. You can email her as well as go onto the website, and you just click, and there's a one page that you just fill out, like your name, your address, why you want to volunteer, and they'll contact you about volunteering there. It's a nice thing to do over summer. And that just gives you the phone number and her email address. Her name's Tony Moore. Some of the things they do are tours there. I'm pretty sure touring might be a paid job, but I could be wrong. They go over a few things like disease identification, creative floral design, container garden, rain gardens, just how to make the community better and how to use it in your own garden if you want to garden, or how to create, if you want to have your own sustainable food source. I try to add animations to make it look nice, a little silly. People have weddings there and things like that. Like, it really does integrate people into the community. And you should volunteer there because it will make you feel better. Sorry, Mrs. Spaces. Is there any questions?
Thank you.
There's no volunteers.
What's that?
I said there's no volunteers.
You want to go next?
Yeah.
Oh.
Go for it.
Yeah.
I thought you were going to volunteer at the botanical garden. I
Oh,
thought that's what you were asking.
I might.
It's right there.
Better start planting right now then, man.
Yes, he's on the phone.